John chapter 5 verse 19. Before we go to that first John chapter 3, let's go to John chapter 5 verse 19. Let's see how Jesus Christ get this work done. John chapter 5 verse 19. Everybody, please, can you read with me? I know you've been there for a long time, right? I love what God is doing with you in this season. These stretches are actually good. They are part of the things that are fast leaving us in church. This long stretch, they are very good for you. Glory to God. Say, I love the stretch. You are spreading already now. Spread. Tell your neighbor, spread. Capacity is spreading. Amen. 1 to go. Then Jesus answered and said to them, most assuredly, I say to you, the Son can do of himself, but what he sees the Father do. For whatever he does, the Son also does in like manner. This greater works was not meant to be generated from your initiative. The beginning of faith is the revelation of what the Father wants to do. How Jesus did the work was that he will go into the holiest of all, where he interacts with the Father, and the Father shows him what he wants to do. The foundation of faith is receiving instructions, judgment from the Lord. As a matter of fact, that is the substructure upon which whatever you are hoping must be based. Is going to the Lord to receive. We don't begin faith by creating an ambition and then sponsoring that ambition with the help of God. That's not where faith begins. Faith begins from God. He reveals his will to us. He reveals his will to us. God is only obliged and committed to sponsor that which he is doing. He wants to do. So we miss it a great deal at that juncture, whereby we enter into a new year as we have done now, and then you begin to set plans and ambition. We had a vision retreat. We always have a vision retreat in December. After our vision, we have vision retreat before we enter the new year. Every year I ensure that we teach it. Because we must redefine this vision thing. There is a part of you, all right, that must imagine and that must build. But the foundation of whatever your imagination must be what the Lord is saying to you, to your destiny, to your life. That's where you must begin from. You must contend until you go to the Lord to receive his judgment over your own life, his direction for you. What does he want you to do? And what is he doing in your life? Is somebody understanding me now? That is where faith begins from. Luke chapter 1 verse 45. The Bible spoke concerning Mary. How was Mary able to give birth to Jesus? He said, there shall be a performance. He said, blessed is she who believed, for there shall be a performance of the things which were told her. By who? By the Lord. Was it Mary that went to God and said, God, I want to give birth to a strange baby? God, I want a dimension. Cowboy. There are many ladies in my generation. They give birth to normal men. Lord, impregnate me. Lord, impregnate me. Why? Was it Mary that went to the Lord asking for that dimension? Say, Lord, I want to register my name in the annals of time. Impregnate me, Lord. Give me a baby whose lineage. Because that is where you bombard heaven with what is your ambition and your appetite. That's not where faith begins from. We go to him to receive his will. And when you are going to him to receive his will, you must first put yourself one side. Do you remember when the will of God came to Jesus at Gethsemane? Was it consistent with his own will? I've lost you now. When the will of God came to Jesus at Gethsemane, was he in alignment to what he would have wanted? He said, if you ask me, Lord, I will want this cup to pass over me. As the Lord is talking about spreading and greater work, there are some of you that the Lord might be saying, stop what you're doing and take on the ministry. He's shifting platform for you. But you will never hear that kind of conversation. There is a way your heart can be so structured. If you don't give the allowance that Jesus always gives, not my will, but your will. That is the beginning of the posture that can receive any judgment that is accurate from the Lord. But if you are insistent on a particular direction and ambition, do you know how long it took God to bring him into full-time ministry? 7 years. 7 good years. I was contending with the Lord. Because the idea of priesthood and ministry and mission and all of that does not make sense to me. I was a lover of God. I wanted to serve God, but I wanted to do it part-time. I wanted to be a researcher, a professor, and then be doing the ministry. God said, no, you are not David, you are Samuel. Say,